friends, welcome to Technique. This is Normal here, and in this video we'll share some tips and tricks and some hidden features of the OnePlus 7 Pro. So the OnePlus 7 Pro comes with the Oxygen OS, which is a custom UI on top of Android 9.0, and this device does have some really interesting aspects. So Oxygen OS is rated one of the best UIs available for Android right now, and it has a really smooth experience altogether. So in this video we'll talk about some of the best features, tips and tricks, and also some hidden features available in the OnePlus 7 Pro with the Oxygen OS. So let's get started. So first step, let's have a look at the app drawer. So if you just swipe from the bottom, you can see the app drawer here. So it has a list of all the apps. But now if you swipe from the left side, you get to see the hidden applications. So hidden space is something which many may not know, but here you can actually hide some of the apps which are installed. So you just click on the plus button and you can select which all apps you want to hide, and click back button, and you can see these apps are hidden. So if you go back, you can see that these apps will not be shown here, and this will be only available when you just swipe from the left side. You can see these apps are available. So this is the hidden space available in the Oxygen OS. Now let's go to the settings. So here we have some really useful options included. So first step is the display settings. So display settings, we have this night mode and reading mode. So these are self-explanatory. We are not going in detail because these are some features which are available in the previous version as well. So night mode basically improves reduces the eye strain when you're using the device during night, and the reading mode allows you to read better, just like the ebook reader. So these two options are included. A useful feature here is the screen calibration. So here we can see that you can actually go ahead and calibrate the screen for vivid, natural, or advanced colors. So in advanced, you can actually change the colder or warmer tone for your display. So these things can be configured from the screen calibration. Then another important aspect about the device is the screen refresh rate. So this is one of those devices which comes with 90 Hz refresh rate, and you can actually configure the refresh rate here. So if we go to the screen refresh rate, you can see that you have the option to select 90 Hz or 60 Hz. So based on whichever you want, you can actually select this refresh rate. And remember, higher the refresh rate, you can get the smoother experience on your device. Now this device also comes with a Quad HD Plus resolution display. This is the first OnePlus device with a Quad HD Plus resolution display. So you can switch between the displays, display resolution. You can see that you have the option to auto switch. There is a Quad HD Plus and Full HD resolution. So you can switch based on which resolution you want. Then there is also video enhancer option. So you can see that video enhancer enables enhanced colors while playing videos. So this is something which is useful if you play a lot of videos on your device. So this is one feature you need to enable if you are a person who loves watching videos. Then another feature about the device is the horizon lights. So we have done a detailed video on how to enable horizon lights. So many people have been asking us how to enable horizon lights. So in order to enable horizon lights, so just go to the ambient display and make sure you are selected this option, that's new notification, wake screen when you receive notifications. So that has to be selected under the ambient display settings. So once that is selected, you will get the horizon lights. Then another option is to change to dark theme. So you can see that light, dark, and colorful themes are there. So if you're a person who likes dark theme like me, you can actually go there and select the dark theme. Then you can also change the accent color. You can have different accent colors selected. You also get the option to change the font. So there is OnePlus font available along with some default fonts. So you can just select that as well. Now going to the button and gestures. So here we have interesting options like alert slider. You can actually configure the alert slider. So you can see what all you want to do when you turn on the alert slider. Then coming to the navigational bar and gestures. So here we have the option to customize the navigational bar. So you can see what the long press of home button does, double tap action of the home button, recent task, double tap, and long press. So you can actually configure all the three buttons, back button, recent button, and home button for two major options. One is single press, which is already configured. Second is long press and also double tap. So these things can be configured from here, and you can also hide the navigational bar in case you don't want the navigational bar to show up. You can actually hide it and just swipe up and this will be revealed. So that's another useful option. Then you can have the navigational bar as back, home and recent key, and back and home, and only navigational gestures. So if you want just gestures, you can see that now we have selected gestures. So this is the home button, this is the recent key, and you can see this is the recent key, and you can also do multitasking and going back from here. So that's the home navigation options. Then there is also quick gestures. So there is flip to mute. When an incoming call is coming, you can just flip to mute. There is a 3-finger screenshot. So if you want to take a finger screenshot, you can see this is the 3-finger screenshot. You can take screenshots with 3 fingers. You can also use the regular power button, volume down button and power button simultaneously. That can also be done, but 3-finger screenshot is much more easier. You can also answer calls by gesture, and there is double tap to wake. If you want that feature, there is option to double tap to wake. You can control music, then draw O for camera, draw figures like V, S, M, W for opening apps. So these can also be configured from the quick gestures. Now going to the sound and vibration. So here we have an option called Dolby Atmos. So this is something which is really good because this is stereo speakers, and you can actually configure the Dolby sound enhancement. Here you can have the dynamic, movie or music, and you can also adjust once you are connected your earphone. That can also be configured here. Now moving on to the battery mode. So here we have the adaptive battery. You can see that just enable the adaptive battery in case it is not enabled, and this will extend the battery based on apps which are not frequently used. Your phone will actually learn how you use the apps over time, and based on that it will actually allow battery for different apps. So that's the battery option. Now if you go to the security unlock screen, so here we have the fingerprint scanner and face unlock option. Now if you go to the fingerprint and face unlock, so just select the fingerprint. So here we can see that fingerprint animation effect can be configured. So this is the fingerprint animation effect. So you can see that you can configure different animations. Say for example, this is how the animation works. So some options are there. You can also go with a no option, no animation basically. So there are 3 options. You can customize them from here. That's how you can customize the in-display fingerprint animation effect. Then you get the utilities option. So selecting the utilities, so here there's a plethora of modes included. The first one is the gaming mode. So this device comes with a dedicated gaming mode. You can see that you have lots of options like answering calls via speaker, no notifications from third-party apps, disable automatic brightness, gaming display enhancement, haptic feedback enhancement, and there is a fanatic mode also included. You can actually add apps to the gaming mode. These are automatically added, but you can also manually add and remove games to this mode. Now if you go to the fanatic mode, here we have some options. You can see that there is if you double tap here, you can see there is an option to enter some code. So here we have to enter always fanatic, and you get something unlocked. This is basically an Easter egg in the fanatic mode, and you can see that we have unlocked 3 special wallpapers. So this is available in the fanatic mode. You can just add these wallpapers to your regular mode and use them. So this is the fanatic mode and the Easter egg in the fanatic mode. So this basically improves gaming experience with network enhancement and few other options as well. Then going to the quick launch option. So this is basically using the fingerprint scanner to open apps. So once this is turned on, you can see some shortcut settings. You can actually add shortcuts. So basically we'll just add a shortcut. You can see there is take selfie, pro mode, portrait mode, take a video. So just selecting take a video here, and we'll also select create a new alarm. So these are the options added. You can also go with the apps. So basically we'll open some app. So there you go, we have camera. So some app shortcuts are already added, so we'll just configure them. So new event, we'll just untick and we'll go to the camera option. So now we have selected these apps. Now if you go to the fingerprint scanner, so this is the fingerprint scanner, and if you press and hold the fingerprint scanner, Now once it is unlocked, you can see some options. So these are the options. You can easily go to these shortcuts. So there are 6 shortcuts available. So we'll just demo this once again. So once you enable the fingerprint scanner, just press and hold the fingerprint scanner even after you are unlocked, and this will take you to these shortcuts. So these shortcuts are quite useful and handy if you want to particularly open up an app once you unlock the device. Then you get to see the option called parallel apps. So this is basically dual apps. So we can see that whatever apps are installed, from that which all apps supports dual apps. So these can be enabled. So you can see which all apps are supported, like mostly social networking apps, where you can enable multiple instances, or rather 2 instances of the same app. Then you also get an app locker. So this basically encrypting your app. So we'll just enter the pin. So once you have entered the pin, you can see that add apps. So just select this and you can add apps which you want in the app locked list. So that means unless you enter your fingerprint or face unlock, you cannot use these apps. So this is additional security for your apps from OnePlus. So that's the app locker available. Now there is an option called quick reply in landscape mode. So this is particularly useful if you're using the device in landscape mode, and apps like WhatsApp or Instagram shows up notification. You can actually reply without actually leaving the screen in the landscape mode with this option. So that's the quick reply mode in the landscape mode. Now if you go to the system settings, you have this option to enable the OTG functionality. So OTG has to be enabled from here. You can go here and enable OTG, and there's another option called RAM boost. So RAM boost is specifically useful option. So it increases RAM utilization according to your usage. So make sure you have turned on the RAM boost so that you get the best performance, and the device predicts the RAM usage based on the apps you use frequently. And you can see by learning how you use the phone, RAM boost can predict apps you want to launch and data to load, taking full advantage of the RAM capacity to speed up the performance for your daily usage. So RAM boost is something which is really helpful if you run a lot of apps, and you should be getting the best performance from the device. So that's the RAM boost functionality. So these are some of the tips and tricks you can try out on the OnePlus 7 Pro if you have the device. So this is a really good device in terms of the software features and tweaks available with the Oxygen OS and Android 9.0. So that's it for this video. This is Thermal signing off. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you in our next video. Have a great day.